Hello friends, welcome to this video lecture series on microprocessor 8085. This is the third lecture of this series. In this video, we are going to study about arithmetical and logical unit. This is one of the part of the microprocessor, very important part of the microprocessor where all calculations, everything are done. We are going to discuss about this ALU. In the previous lecture, we have seen about we have introduction about the processor, microprocessor based system, input output device, and also we have discussed about these memories. Please check the lecture number 2 of in this video lecture series. Okay, let's start. In the last lecture, we have studied about building blocks building blocks of any microprocessor based system. We have seen that there must be some input devices. These input devices through which that our processor will be getting the input, and also we have seen that there must be some output devices like monitor, display, speaker, printer, anything where we will be getting the output through for example here through keyboard we are entering the number through monitor we are getting displayed the output of any calculation other thing. Also we have in the last lecture we have studied about this memory which is interfaced with the microprocessor. We've also seen that there are two types of memory, that is read only memory and read write memory. Whatever programs which has to be stored permanently in the memory, like our booting program, BIOS program, which doesn't require any alteration, that type of program are stored in ROM. Whether power goes off, whether power is switched off, that content of the memory remains. So this is a ROM where data is stored permanently. The other type of memory is read write memory, where that data you can change the data any number of time. You can erase it and you can change the data any number of time. This is a non-volatile memory, which means that once the power is switched off, that data is erased. ROM is a permanent memory. This is non-volatile memory. When the power goes out, then also the data remains. All those things we have studied in our lecture number 2. So, and also we have seen that any microprocessor, whether initial microprocessor like 8085 in 1970s, and or whether present microprocessor of I series, i3, i5, i9, any microprocessor, any processor, they can be divided into these three major blocks. First is arithmetical and logical unit, second is control unit, and third is register. Okay, in this lecture we will be studying about what is ALU. ALU stand for arithmetical and logical unit. Okay, arithmetic and logical unit. So from the name also we can understand that what is its function. Arithmetical means arithmetical computing, arithmetic functions. Logical means logical calculation. So point number 1, it is written that various computing operations are performed. So ALU performs various arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, logical operation, and or XOR. Okay, so what it means that as the name suggests, arithmetic and logical unit, whatever arithmetical and logical operations are there, whatever arithmetic operations means addition, subtraction, increment, decrement, multiplication, all these are arithmetic operations. Whatever arithmetic operations are performed, this ALU only. Similar to arithmetic, whatever logical operations this microprocessor is doing, suppose has to do the two numbers are given, you have to add the two number, or you have to OR the two number, OR gate, AND gate, XOR gate. All these logical operations, whatever the arithmetical and logical operations are there, it is done in this ALU, arithmetical and logical unit. Okay, कोई भी अरिथमेटिक और लॉजिकल ऑपरेशन करना हो, कोई भी प्लस माइनस एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन करना हो, ये अरिथमेटिक फंक्शन है, वो ALU के ही थ्रू होगा। कोई भी लॉजिकल ऑपरेशन एंड और नॉट करना है, ये भी अरिथमेटिक एंड लॉजिक यूनिट के थ्रू ही प्रोसेसर में होता है। अरिथमेटिक एंड लॉजिकल यूनिट माइक्रो प्रोसेसर का एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, यूनिट है। इसमें कोई भी कैलकुलेशंस जितने होते हैं, कंप्यूटिंग के काम जितने होते हैं, जितना भी कंप्यूटिंग करनी है डेटा पे आपको, all those things are done in this unit of the processor only. Point number 3 is that ALU also includes temporary register used to hold the data temporary during the operation. Okay, you must be knowing that whenever the data is there and you have to perform something on this data, suppose take an example of two numbers which you are going to multiply the two numbers. So when you are going to multiply those two numbers, you have to write these two numbers on a register, on a page. You have to write it. You have to store these numbers on somewhere. Then only you can multiply it. Similar way, the ALU has some registers which are temporary registers in which these datas are stored. Okay, you are multiplying those two numbers. These two numbers are stored in this temporary registers. Okay, then only it can multiply. These numbers are stored in the temporary register during the execution of the program. जब भी program execute हो रहा है तो temporary registers पे register में data store रहता है. This temporary register is not accessible to the programmer. Okay, we all know that microprocessor has so many registers, so many special registers, so many general purpose registers are there. For example, accumulator is a register, general purpose register. It is also a part of that ALU. Accumulator is a special register. Other register like B register, C register, D register, E register, L register, these are general purpose registers in their processor. But special registers, accumulator is a special register, flag register is a special register, program counter register, 16-bit program counter register, it is a special type of register. Stack pointer register, it is a special register. All these registers are accessible to the program. When you are writing the program, you can initialize these values. So these are means register are accessible. But the temporary register in which ALU, the temporary register which are part of the ALU, which store the data temporarily during the execution of the operation, these registers are not accessible by the programmer. Okay, so this is internal to that ALU. You are not able to access these registers, some of these registers. Okay, these are temporary register where the program data which is currently under execution is stored. Okay, let's to see the basic block diagram of this arithmetic and logical unit so that you will know more clearly. Okay, so this is that ALU. This is that ALU. ALU has two input. One input is this, input number 1 and input number 2. कोई भी ALU जो भी होता है उसके दो इनपुट रहते हैं और ये है आउटपुट. यहाँ से डेटा आउटपुट चला जाएगा. ओके, this is that data bus. Whatever data is there, it will be present inside this data bus. This is a 8-bit data bus is because it is 8085 microprocessor. It is an example of 8085 microprocessor, so 8-bit data bus is there. So you see that it has two registers. This is also a temp register. Temporary register, we can name it as temp. So it contains two 8-bit registers. Whatever the data is, suppose you want to multiply those two numbers. So first you will feed those number here in that data, means this is accumulator. Accumulator is a special register of the processor and it is a part of ALU. Whenever any operation, any arithmetic and logical operation, any computing operations are there, of the two data, you must be having two data, operand 1, operand 2. From those two data, one of the data must be stored in accumulator. What I am saying that आपके पास दो डेटा है, कोई भी अरिथमेटिक कैलकुलेशन करना है, सपोज मल्टीप्लिकेशन आपको करना है, तो आपके पास दो डेटा रहेगा, डेटा नंबर 1, डेटा नंबर 2. सो उन डेटा में, दो डेटा में से एक डेटा को आपको एक्यूमुलेटर में ही स्टोर करना रहता है. ठीक है, एक डेटा एक्यूमुलेटर में स्टोर रहेगा और जो दूसरा डेटा है वो यहाँ में इस वाले टेम्प वाले में स्टोर रहेगा. समझ में आया? ऑफ द टू डेटा विच यू आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म एनी ऑपरेशन, वन ऑफ द डेटा शुड बी प्लेस्ड इन द एक्यूमुलेटर. ओके, also accumulator is a part of this ALU. Suppose now again coming back to our example of multiplication of two numbers. So one of the data is in accumulator. You place this data in the data bus. Now data has come here and it is stored in this accumulator. In the second cycle of second operation, you have written the second data and it will come inside this temporary register. It will be stored here and ALU will fetch this data according to control line, and through control lines ALU will be getting the instruction whether to add, whether to multiply, whether to divide, whatever operations you are performing through control lines only. This control lines, actually this is ALU is nothing but a hardware in which all those operations, mathematical operation hardware is there. Suppose you are going to add those numbers, so there in ALU that adder circuit will be there. Okay, then only that full adder circuit will be there and it will add those two numbers. Here the control lines, you will give the some bit patterns for that add number, then those adders, whatever the full adders, it will get activated here. So now the two numbers are there, it will get added and the data will be present on the data bus, which you can store in the memory and later on you can take out from the memory. ठीक है, यहाँ पे ALU में हार्डवेयर में सर्किट बन जाती है. यहाँ पे जैसे ऐड आपको ऐड करना है, तो ऐड आपने डिजिटल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में पढ़ा होगा कि एडर फुल एडर सर्किट के थ्रू होता है. तो यहाँ से जो कंट्रोल लाइंस आती हैं, यहाँ पे इस तरह का बिट कॉम्बिनेशन दिया रहता है कि यहाँ पे जो एडर की सर्किट है वो जनरेट हो जाए. 8 बिट एडर की सर्किट यहाँ पे जनरेट हो जाएगी. तब यहाँ पे जब ये दो नंबर ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट हैं तो ये दो नंबर ऐड हो जाएंगे और डेटा इसमें चला जाएगा और वापस से डेटा एक्यूमुलेटर में रहेगा और एक्यूमुलेटर से आप डेटा फेच कर लोगे. Accumulator is a very important register. It is a part of ALU and also you can initialize through program. You can write a program like move MVI A some data. So means you can move the data in the register A. You can write some data in this accumulator part. Then you can write that other code, add some data, then that data will, then the data will be there, then it will come here and now those two will be added and get stored in the accumulator, and from the accumulator you can then retrieve the data. So this is very important circuit ALU. It performs all the arithmetical and logical operation, whatever the computing operation, कोई भी calculation वाला operation जब भी processor करता है तो वो ALU के थ्रू करता है. अरिथमेटिकल एंड लॉजिकल यूनिट, अरिथमेटिकल और लॉजिक यूनिट में एक एक्यूमुलेटर, एक रजिस्टर रहता है और एक टेम्पोररी रजिस्टर भी रहते हैं. टेम्पोररी रजिस्टर को हम प्रोग्राम के थ्रू एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते हैं. एक्यूमुलेटर जो है, जो वो भी पार्ट है ALU का, हम उसको एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. और एक्यूमुलेटर की स्पेशल रजिस्टर है कि आपको कोई भी जैसे 2 नंबर मल्टीप्लाई करने हैं तो उन 2 नंबर में से एक नंबर आपका एक्यूमुलेटर में ही होना चाहिए और आउटपुट जो होगा वो भी वापस से आपका एक्यूमुलेटर में ही सेव होगा। आपको जब आपको रिजल्ट चाहिए होगा तो आपको एक्यूमुलेटर और फ्लैग रजिस्टर को देखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। और कंट्रोल लाइंस के थ्रू आप यहाँ पे सिग्नल देते हो, उस सिग्नल से एएलयू के अंदर उस जो मैं ऑपरेशन करना है उसकी सर्किट बन जाती है, अंदर वायर कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं। 1 दे दिया तो वायर कनेक्ट हो गया, 0 दे दिया तो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया। इस तरह से एएलयू के अंदर सर्किट बन जाती है, उस सर्किट से एएलयू कैलकुलेशन करता है और हमको आउटपुट दे देता है। ओके, so if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the comment section. You will ask all your doubt. I will try to clarify if any doubts are there in the next video lecture, and it is requested to please like, share and subscribe this channel. So, and once again thank you for joining this.